Hi, this is Bruno, and I'm recording this video to show you the demo of a possible solution for the transcript problem that we have, which is we need a transcript that has the speaker label, right? Each part of the transcript must have the a label to say who is speaking at that moment, so the any AI that reads that will understand the content, and the responses will be better for the user. Okay. Um, so for that, let me clear out this out. So we are going to use this video here. This is a podcast with Dr. Sherry Ma about sleeping. Okay. And for this demo, I coded in a simple way where we need to provide the YouTube URL. We need to provide how many speakers are there considering the edition voice, and yeah, how many speakers, and identify each speaker. Okay, so for this demo, I'm going to identify the Dr. Ma, and the video. There is a voice of a man in the video as part of the edition. I will call this podcast team, and the guy that is the host, I'm going to call
I was 86% correct.
I'm going to also call him podcast team. Okay, because for a person that will make questions, I think the most important is to know what is the Dr. Ma or the guest opinion, and the host or the edition voice will be like identified as the podcast team. So it means that it is not the guest, it's the host or the team. Okay, so
I was 86% correct on accurately predicting when an NBA team will be.
there are three voices. Okay,
I was 86% correct on accurately predicting when an NBA team will be at highest risk of losing strictly based on the sleep.
Oh gosh.
Yes, and just 15 or 30 minutes can make a.
and he said, oh gosh, he's I don't know his name, but I will call him podcast team, or podcast team member one, for example. Okay,
Percent correct on accurately predicting when an NBA team will be at highest risk of losing strictly based on the sleep.
Oh gosh.
Yes, and just 15 or 30 minutes can make a difference. So let's dive into just some very practical strategies to get the best sleep possible.
Dr. Sharima is a renowned sleep doctor and
so there is this edition voice of a man explaining about the you know the about her and about this topic. Okay, so there are three speakers. So what we are going to do is I'm going to execute here the code. Okay, and provide the video URL. Where is that? Here. So first parameter is the video URL. How many number of speakers? In this case is three. Okay, Dr. Ma, the host, and the voice of a man in the video edition. Okay, so three. This number is very important for the API to work properly. So insert the name of the first speaker. In this video, the first speaker is Dr. Ma. Okay, so I'm going to copy her name here and enter. Second speaker, it was that guy, so I will call podcast member speaker one. Okay, and the third was a voice of a man in the edition of the video, so I will just call podcast speaker 2. Okay, because in terms of doing making questions, we want to know what she said and what the podcast team said. Okay, the questions and everything. So enter. So what happens now is we are downloading the video from YouTube, converting to MP3, uploading that to AWS S3 buckets, okay, like a folder in the cloud, and then the AWS Transcript service will get that file from the S3 bucket from the cloud and use that file to process and extract and identify the speakers in the transcription. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and show you what happens when this Python code starts a new AWS service transcription service job, because in the background it's talking to this console, and it will start a new job. So I can delete this one. It was a previous test. So my Python code is going to start a new transcription job, which is simply a task to extract the transcription and identify the speakers. Okay. So I'll pause the video now and I come back when it refreshes you. So it downloaded the file and converted to MP3, and it just started a new job. So you can see here in progress. Okay. And more information will be displayed here in the future. So I will stop again. Okay, so it has completed. If we check the AWS console here, we can see that the status changed to complete, and there are some resumed information here that we could check. So here is the text and the audio identification. It will always start with 0, so there are 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as you can see, it identifies the speaker 1 as the man's voice edition, and the second will be the host. Okay, so it makes some questions, so her will respond, and 0 will be always the guest, the Dr. Ma. Okay, so it generated text, output transcript text that we can see here. Okay, so Dr. Sharima, I was 86 correct on correctly predicting blah 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 blah, and podcast speaker 1 was identified, and then her, and then the speaker 3 to dig on that, so blah 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 blah. So it was correctly labeled. Okay, so what I'm going to make we can make some tests now. Okay, with this I'm going to use ChatGPT just because it's a good model, one of the top models that we have now. I'm going to open a new chat here. Actually, I have one agent that I created here, this podcast consumer. Okay, I'm going to upload that new file that was processed by the API. So I'm going to let me get this guy here, and I will drag and drop this into ChatGPT. Okay, it is not a big file at the end. It has 99 kilobytes. Okay, so as you can see, it was fast to upload, and I can, for example, say it could be coded. Okay, everything here could be automated inside an application or any other tool. But let me say, for example, use this transcript to answer my questions. Okay. So it brings already a resume. So there is a part in this podcast that she says that some food are important before sleep. So let's make that question. What food is best before sleeping? So the answer. Another question. How much percent of accuracy was she predicted correctly in NBA? 76 to 86. So it is bringing good results because now we have a good file to feed that AI. Okay.